I'm very happy to let everybody know my next guest. My next guest is a kicker who went to Sweetwater. He's a kicking coach.
Cool.
Okay, he has his own kicking school. His name is Luis Villagomez.
Wow.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me. Thank you guys. Well, I mean, let's talk about kicking. I mean,
That's
that's what we're here for, right?
Let's kick it, man.
Kick it. That's
First
right.
of all, kick it on the hood.
Are
Kick it.
you related to Selena?
I'm not. Hey,
Can you sing?
I can try if you want. Like, hey, you got another hour? Hey.
You gotta get up before 2
You know the song?
We're gonna beat you. We'll work you.
Do you know the song "Woo Woo Woo" by Jeffrey?
Oh my gosh!
There it is.
Hey
You
man,
brought it up, right? You brought it up.
come on, man! No.
Just a little bit of it.
We're not gonna do that.
Oh man, I'm crushed. Luis, tell me about your career, my man. You went to Sweetwater, and then did you go JC or did you go straight to?
No, so yeah, I went to JC. I started at Sweetwater. I actually I started kicking my junior year in high school. So Robert Bonilla was the one that brought me up over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up doing a kicking competition my last year, my senior year, and I kicked the 55. So, but this is back in the day when like kickers were only kicking like 45 yarders. Nowadays they're kicking 60, 65s, and you know, they're not even going to college. So it's just developed incredibly. Then I went to Mason College for 2 years. I got offers from major D1 schools. I went to check out A&M. That's where I fell in love. Unfortunately, and that's something I want to bring up to everybody as a kicker or any athlete, grades matter. SATs matter.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I didn't have the grades or the SATs to stay, so I ended up going to West Texas A&M, a D2 school, top of the line school. I mean, I fell in love with it, and that's something else that I, appreciate being here. D2 schools are pretty much the same talent as D1, but unfortunately, people like us that couldn't make grades are playing right there.
Yeah.
Top of the line talent. So I played there 1 year, and then once again, my academics fell through, and I ended up going to NAIA school, Graceland University, my last year. So I played there, and then after that, I got picked up by a couple IFL teams, played in the Arena League, and now I'm just a free agent. So I teach my kids what I teach is what I show is what I teach. So I'm still trying to make it to the league. I work with a couple coaches, and like I said, I mean, I practice with them. I mean, some coaches have seen me kick with them. I show what they learn from me how I kick. So I follow through with all that.
Now, Graceland, Armand, did you go there for a spell?
Yes, I did.
All right.
When'd you get there?
I was there in 2009.
Oh, okay, yeah. I went actually right after I graduated in 2005, so I was there for 2006.
Okay.
And then I came back and went to Mesa.
Nice. I mean, it's in Iowa.
Right. Lamoni, Iowa.
It's Amish County.
You got famous alumni, Luis.
That's right.
And Caitlin. I mean, Bruce.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that. Wow.
It's definitely.
So talk about that.
Amish.
Cornfield.
That's right.
I'm talking about Amish everywhere.
I think I was the only Mexican out there.
That's how
it was.
That is very true.
But,
that's probably very
It's
true.
like you were Puerto Rican.
Like, hey, what are you?
Yeah.
In the
I'm just a
middle of
kicker,
nowhere.
man.
I'm the kicker.
But it's cool because you can drive to Des Moines and all that kind of
That's
stuff.
right.
And then you can
Go to Ames,
Hey,
a couple Iowa
right,
games.
yeah. And you can go to go smell the cornflakes they're making.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about. Yeah. Good times though. Good stuff.
Right. They have the General Mills factory out there, so you can in the mornings if you go, you can really smell which cereal they're making that day. Like awesome. No lie, it's cool.
It sounds like I don't know what that sounds like.
It's scary. It's kind of scary. I know.
So it's an experience.
It was. But it was fun though. I mean,
it was.
You got memories like
good
that.
school.
It was.
So, now, talk about the D2 thing. They have turf fields.
Right. No, it's
They have books.
Of course.
They have degrees.
Of course, they have degrees.
They have girls. They might all have teeth, but they got girls.
They got
some D1 bounce backs.
That's right.
Come on, man.
Basketball team.
Volleyball team.
Right.
Man. And even the stadiums, though. I mean, at West Texas, we fit 25,000.
Wow.
And it was constant. I mean, we broke up with D2 records. So every day it was about 20,000.
And the D2 schools, they live off of D1 transfer.
Yep.
You guys, West Texas A&M had all kind of crazy D1 transfer.
Mm-hmm. just because it's great talent out there. I mean, it's all Texas, obviously. It's all football, but it's definitely growing though. And the kicking game out there is just growing intensively now. I mean, you matter as a kicker nowadays. You know, before it was just the kicker or the punter.
Right.
Nowadays, you win games, and people recognize that. So it's definitely growing.
So did you say junior year you started kicking, or was it?
In high school, yeah, my junior year, I was a straight-up soccer player. I played soccer all my life when I moved from Mexico, so that's how I was brought up. And until this day, I still kick soccer style, which is two different things. Before American style kicking and soccer style kicking, you kind of go across the ball a little bit more. But that's why I focus on the Southbay. I mean, I know there's just a lot of Latino community, and we have a lot of talent that a lot of people don't take advantage of. And you know, going to school for free, I got that. I got that for me, and you know, I got my 4-year degree. I haven't paid any money out of it, so it's
no loans,
anything. You know, everything's free, and that's why I really push for all my people in the South Bay, especially if you play soccer. You know, try out kicking. Yeah. It's hard. It's not as easy as people think, though. But if you have the technique, or if you need somewhere, you know, to find that technique, we can always help you out at South Bay kicking.
Right. Awesome, man. So, when you first take on a client, okay, and you know, how's the process? You know, hey, you know, I watch you kick. I gotta. Can you explain the process on that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, first of all, we're not about the money, so we charge a very low fee. We're probably the cheapest in San Diego. And how we start off is we kind of watch them kick. You know, we use videos a lot just to show their techniques and how they're supposed to do it correctly. And we just kind of follow through the process. It's not a quick process. It takes time. I mean, it's just like playing golf. You know, people don't just going out there and start swinging and you know, making every hole. Right. So it's the same thing with field goals. You know, it takes time. But little by little, you know, we show you the proper techniques, field goals, kicking and punt, and I can guarantee you'll increase within about 6 sessions.
Now, Iggy, we had him working with our guy out there, and you said immediately he spotted his problem, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like you said, it's technique. It's just one or two things that they can tweak, you know, really get you to think about, and can make a huge difference. Like, he's talking about punters,
right? And
he says, hold the ball like you're shaking a hand, like shaking someone's hand. He shook the guy's hand. This was Abraham, because we didn't even have our kicker for that game. So one day he had to train like 3 different kickers so we could figure out who we're going to put in there. And he goes, shake my hand, because that's how I want you to hold the ball when you kick it. Wow. He did that. He boomed that thing.
Well, that's the biggest thing for a punter, though. I mean, it's all the hold.
Yeah.
It's all about the hold, the proper drop.
So everyone's got the leg strength if you're a kicker.
Exactly. You
know?
So it's just about the hold. If it laces up, and if you mess up on that hold, the ball's going to shank. It's just, it's all technique.
Us coaches who have no idea, who know anything about coaching, my thing was, hey, just don't throw the ball and then just try to find it and kick it. Yeah. That's all I could tell him.
Right.
Yeah. He comes in there, no, just turn your hand this way. You're fine. And that thing was just booming. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, not many high schools have a kicking coach per se, you know. And, you know, you have like 4 or 5 guys, you know, hollering stuff to do. Hey, you know, you're getting across your body. You're follow through, and then there's like 4 guys telling them.
Everybody thinks they're a kicking coach. Just put it that way. You know?
I told him right off the bat, I do not know anything about kicking. Kick myself. That's about it.
So when they come in and you watch them, do you film it, or you just know like right away? Oh man, he just needs to do this.
So we kind of see what their technique looks like. Most of them, like I said, they're soccer players. So I kind of teach them. I start kicking myself. I punt a couple balls, and some field goals and punts, and they kind of see my technique. I video my technique and I show it to them, and then I have them do what I'm doing. So it's just a couple steps that we do, and you know, so far they've been catching up pretty good.
Okay. So normally, how long does it take you to just spot something like that? Normally, it's real quick.
I'll say within like 20 seconds. You know, you can change the whole thing right away.
Wow,
it was crazy.
One thing is all technique.
That's awesome, man. So, going back to your career, so you started as a junior, and then what was your longest field goal?
In high school, I kicked in the competition was 55. I went to Sweetwater, so once again, I mean, we weren't a big kicking team, but I got picked up, and you know, I was lucky enough to get picked up. And at Mesa, I kicked the 52, and that's when I started getting looks from different teams.
Wow, 52 yards.
So when did you kind of put soccer on the back so?
You know, my dad's listening to me. You know, I know I broke your heart, but when Coach Bonilla told me, you know, you can actually get a scholarship out of it. You know, I always thought, you know, I want to play soccer, you know, professionally. But he's like, you can go to college for free, and that's what got me. You know, and I never believed it until I actually went to A&M and actually said, and you know, walked through Kyle Field and all that that's what got me. I was like, I want to play football. I want to play football professionally. Until this day, I'm trying. I'm still a free agent. My agent's still working hard to, get me in the team. So, Chargers, are you listening? Hey, just give me a chance. But we're here. We're working very hard. And you know what? Something else. I work with Michael Houston, which is a former NFL kicker, and I have a personal trainer from Fit to Rip, Alex Medina. So they've been helping me a lot. So what I learned from Michael Houston, I teach my guys too. Obviously, I put my techniques just for the soccer aspect of it, but I'm proud to have at least 5 guys that I teach, and they're getting good.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Ro, how many scholarships does a Division I school have for soccer? For Division I,
I'm not sure, but I think it's not. It's like baseball. It only has 11 and a half.
And they have to split them all up, correct?
Split them all up.
Okay.
Throughout the team. So yeah, I mean, other sports other than football, Division I guys have 85 guys on scholarship.
Right.
1AA is 63, and D2 is 36.
36, yeah.
And split them up, and so that's why when you said about the academics.
It's huge. I mean, even let's say D3, they don't offer academics. I mean, they don't offer sports scholarships, but they do academics, and they just focus on SATs, and that's something I really want to put out there. SATs matter. Take your tests. Go to school and work on your GPA. Yeah. Unfortunately, I messed up on that route, and I always play that what if game. I could be playing the NFL hopefully, but. I chose route B. I have a beautiful family, a beautiful, a wife and 2 kids. So it's worked out for me pretty good.
Did you have anyone? Sorry, Ro. Did you have anyone who explained to you how important the SAT was and what kind of scores you need, what you need to do to get into college? Because you started late, like you said, for football.
Right. And I did, but I never really believed it. Like I said, until I actually sat down and the coaches told me, unfortunately, you can't be at a Division I level. Mm-hmm. That's when it got me. I mean. NCAA clearinghouse, you have to be cleared right away, and if you don't, that's just all your chances are going to waste. Yeah. So it's a lot of impact. So grades have a lot of impact on this, and fortunately, I messed up in that route.
Yeah, so that's what I appreciate. The guys I help, I've helped several, 340 kids get scholarships, and it amazes me. Like when I first meet with them, they don't know about the clearinghouse, the core classes, the GPA,
your SATs.
Yeah, the test scores, SAT, ACT. Right. It was 2.0 when you were playing. Now it's 2.3. Yeah. And JC's 2.5.
Right.
So it's getting harder every year. So these guys need to be aware of that, and they can't slack on the academics.
Yeah. Some people think just because you're in a Division I level, they don't care about academics. Yeah. They do. I mean, you have tutors all the time. You have specific classes you have to attend. Yeah. So academics matter. Yeah. And it's one of the biggest goals.
What's kind of cool about your story is, you said you went to Texas A&M and you had the grade problems, and then West Texas. The thing is, you had these problems, but you didn't give up. You just stuck with it because you knew you had the talent and everything, and you knew you can still do this and get your degree. So what's really neat is some guys will screw up in like Division I or something. They'll say, "Forget it, I'm not ready for college," or "I can't do this." But you stuck with it. You kept trying, and then you got your degree. Yeah. I mean, perseverance, man.
Exactly.
It worked out.
What was your degree in?
Accounting.
Okay. Whoa.
So I have my plan B set up. I mean, I'm an accountant and I have a good job, but once again, I'm still trying to make it to the NFL. I get out of work at 3 o'clock and I go kick for 2 hours, and then I see my family. So it's tough. It takes a lot of time.
Well, me and Iggy, we don't know how to count.
Well, hey, if you need one, you get my number out there now.
We'll tell you this: I know how to count field goals because
that's what matters.
That field goal that Christian kicked in our game that turned out to be the game winner because we won 24-21.
Nice.
He didn't make that. We would have been a tie going into overtime, and who knows what happened.
And see, that's what I like hearing because nowadays coaches actually care about kickers. Those 3 points matter. Even that PAT. I mean, just look at the NFL. We moved it to the 33-yard line. There's so many misses out there that kickers actually matter now, and it's good. We should be accountable for what we do, and there's a lot of good kickers out there. So
I got a question. I mean, you had answered it before. I do. Man, this cornbread is magically delicious.
Barbecue in the house.
Brought to you in part by Bubba's Barbecue. So you said you play soccer now. A lot of coaches. I mean, I know me in part. I always say, we need to find us a soccer kid to kick. You know what I'm saying? Right. In Europe, what do?
Oh,
everybody plays. Go find us a soccer kid.
Yep.
We need a kicker. Go find us a soccer kid.
They can't kick.
90% of the time they can't kick.
They can't kick.
It's just a lot. People think it's easy. It's not.
Exactly.
It's all technique.
We had no kickers,
Right.
and most of our kickers were. I mean, they can boot the ball,
But they can't make it in the upper.
Exactly.
Right. You know, it's
kickoffs,
they're
perfect.
booting the ball. Yeah.
They boot the ball clear across.
Yeah.
But they can't make. So for a person, because I know I'm always out there at practice trying to kick field goals.
Yeah, you can make it.
Right. It is. And then when I make me a little 10-yard field goal,
You gotta celebrate.
I'm
Right?
celebrating
That's
like
right.
crazy. I think I'm the best.
That's
So
right.
how does somebody who doesn't have the soccer kind of kick, how do you transform them into a football kicker?
I think the first thing is all mental. It's a mental game. It's all psychological. You have to put the pressure away, and then you just kind of teach three main steps. Keeping your head down, chest straight, and then just relax. That's my biggest thing. If you're kicking, there's a song that I like to sing. Lean back. If you lean back, the ball goes up. Keep your head down and lean back, and just relax. Enjoy it. Football is just 4 years in high school, and then a lot of people just give up. Yeah. So enjoy that time. It's an awesome sport. And if you can go to college after, go for it. It just pays off. You gotta lean back. It makes sense.
If my weight shifts too much, I might not get back up.
I lean back and balance. There you go. Yeah.
I lean back and fall back on my head.
I was a holder, so I always wanted to try to kick, but it's like I never played soccer, so you know what I'm saying? Because you got that mentality like only soccer players know how to kick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just let them know, hey, you don't have to play soccer in order to kick.
That's right.
I'm gonna have to come down to your cast and learn how to click.
Anytime, man. Anytime you want to come out, let me know.
NFL definitely needs kickers now. It's like 46
that's what I'm saying.
46 missed extra points so far. And stuff like that.
I know my agent's working. So, come on,
This
Benjamin. Benjamin, come on. So definitely. Anytime you want to come out, let me know, and we'll get you kicking out there.
We definitely got to get. We gotta film that. Hey, we'll go coming live from Southbay.
That's right. Hey,
we got to get little Evan out there.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
he's a little shy. He's really good, but his confidence is kind of down. He's pretty good.
We'll get him going.
Don't Norte?
Yeah, he hit the 42.
Yeah, he hit the 42.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, man. Evan Padilla.
Nice.
Shout out. Now, in doing what I do, helping kids get the scholarships, I find that a lot of schools, get your opinion on this, like want them to walk on.
Right.
But the historically black colleges, man, they're always calling for a kicker, and it's full ride.
I think when I was dealing with you back in the day, Howard was one of the biggest schools that was contacting me, and they wanted me to go. It was full ride. Yeah. And once again, I didn't have the grades, but they wanted me to go, and there's a lot of schools like that, though. Even, like I said, D1s, they do want you to walk on, but they're offering a lot more scholarships now. I know a couple of kids in North County that just got, full rides to Stanford. It's kicking matters now. So, Boise State, all those, they're always looking for kickers. They're good schools, and, take advantage. D2s, all you got to do is put yourself out there. Put videos out there, contact somebody that knows and can help you out. Yeah. But schools have scholarships for kickers. A lot of people don't know that. So they're willing to put some money down if you're willing to make field goals. So don't stop. So
also when you're the historically black colleges, man, they're beating the bushes for long snappers. Yeah. It's three phases to the game and special teams.
That's right. It's not just a kicker.
Yeah. And look at the Michigan State game. Oh man. And then last night,
we all did.
Yeah. And last night the Montana versus Idaho State. Idaho State was tied. They were lining up for a game-winning field goal. Bad snap. Bad hold. Went right through the hole. Yeah, bad hold. And then the guy from Montana picks it up and scores a winning touchdown. So, very important.
Special teams, it's huge. And that's something that coaches are starting to learn now. Special teams kickoffs are super important.
Right. So, from a kicker's perspective, how do you feel about the kick being moved?
You know what? If we can kick 50, 60 yarders, we can kick a 33 yarder.
It's just more pressure.
It's a lot more pressure. At least, for my experience, playing arena football, the goalposts are super small, so the middle is the middle anywhere you go. So, it's just your technique, and all you got to do is just put the ball out there. Trust your holder, trust your snapper, and, you get the 1.3 seconds to make it in.
How do you guys do it, though? How do you guys... Because it just amazes me how you can line the ball up, say, on the right hash, and then have to kick it left.
It's all technique.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all your body posture.
When I see kickers kicking, I was like, okay, he missed that.
Right.
There's no way.
You can tell right away, though. Like, whenever they miss, you can tell right away just because of their technique. At least for me, obviously, you look at that technique. One, they're not leaning back, so it's, they're not singing my song. So, but no, it's kind of obvious for a kicker that knows, what the steps are. But from an outside eye, you see a kicker and you're like, oh, he's doing everything right. It could have been a bad hold or bad snap. But, unfortunately, they always blame the kicker. They never look at the hole or the snap. Right. But, a kicker, even with the bad hole, should be able to make it in with the right steps.
Oh, man.
So when you teach them, does it matter, the hashes? You teach them from both hash, or is there some kickers that only can kick from the right?
Well, a right-footed kicker is always going to be best from the right, just because, that's especially a soccer-style kicker is always going to be best from the right. They always have difficulty from the left, but, it's something that we work on, and, the middle, like I said, it's always the middle. Either you aim a little bit to the right, or if you're a soccer player, maybe a little bit more to the right, just because you have a different swing. But, if you work those techniques, you'll be able to match it.
Right. And what's your advice for tuning out the crowd, the noise?
Before, my biggest thing is you got to breathe. Before you make a kick, just take a deep breath. Look at the stance. If you look at your girlfriend, wife, family, whatever, enjoy it. That's my thing. That's my biggest thing. You got to enjoy it. That's what I tell my kickers, relax, breathe, and it's just another kick.
Welcome pressure.
Yeah, of course. If you want to make it to the next level, you're going to be playing for 90,000 people. Yeah. I'm pretty sure a high school crowd should not scare you. You know what I'm saying? So you should be good enough to make it and just relax.
Right.
Now, I remember when you came down to Montgomery and our guy was kicking he was kicking 25, 30-yard kicks. And then we moved him back to 40, 45, and he started changing the way he kicked. And you're like, kick it the same way you kick the other one. Nothing changes. I always thought you got to kick it lower or you got to change everything.
Drive it or something.
He's just kick it the same way.
It's the same kick, whether it's a PAT to a 60-yarder. It's just the same technique.
Well, what I noticed is they don't kick it so hard when they're kicking their PAT.
Right.
So that kind of screws them up from when they're kicking a regular kick. They should just kick it the same way every single time.
And that's the thing. You talk to most kickers, and it's a cheap shot for them.
Yeah.
When it shouldn't be. It's the same kick. It shouldn't be the same impact. At the end of the day, you got to hit the rope. And if you can, go over the net, that's your goal. So always set up a goal, but it's the same kick, 60-yarder or PAT.
That's crazy because now, when we were practicing the last couple of weeks after you started coming over there, he was kicking our extra points. We're doing extra points in practice for pregame, and he's kicking them 45, 50 yards. One went over the fence into that little freaking canyon. So there's $60 down the drain. But he kicked it the same way, and then that helped him when he started kicking the longer ones.
Right.
Because he wasn't changing his style. He didn't have to think, all right, kicking it farther now, so do I got to do this? And no, kick it the same way, and everything's fine.
It's the same time. It's the same kick over and over.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you hear a lot of kickers or a lot of coaches who aren't kickers just say, it's a chip shot.
Exactly.
It's a chip shot.
As long as you make it, you're good.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest mistake.
And then, you see some kickers for example, we have a little, younger kicker. Same thing. Now when you move it back, now his kicking is the same, and you see that he's just chip shot.
Right.
Knowing that he has that, we see him all the time.
He has the control now, right?
Right. We see him all the time kicking 40, 50 yarders. But, we go PAT and we move him back, and then it's just little
chip shot in a while.
Because you get a penalty.
Exactly.
And now you get moved back 5 yards, and then his mentality is still, it's just a chip shot.
That's right.
And then it becomes short now, So, I think nowadays kickers are really important. We definitely need kicking coaches because you don't really find too many kicking coaches.
That's right.
So, shout out to the Southbay kicking.
Southbay kicking, yeah. Thank you.
What is your opinion on should a kicker concentrate only on kicking field goals, or is it okay for him to be a punter and a kicker, or kickoffs? Some schools have a guy that just kicks off.
Right. So that's my biggest debate actually right now that I'm a free agent. I can do all three. I can do punts, but working with different coaches, they want you to focus on one thing. Mm-hmm. So obviously it'll be either field goals and kickoffs. Kickoffs, they always go together. So either field goals or kickoffs, or you're a punter. Mm-hmm. Obviously in college they want you to do all three, just because you have a little bit more room for obviously scholarships if you can do all three. But if you want to go to the higher level, you got to focus on one thing. Be the best at one thing. Either you see your field goals or you're a punter. Most of the times, and it might be a myth, but I've noticed that field goal kickers are not necessarily the punters. So it's just a different technique that you do. Right. But if you can do all three and you can match do all three, just go for it. Right. You might get picked up for being a field goal kicker or a punter.
Because NFL, like Chargers, Lambeau's a field goal kicker,
right?
And the other guy is a punter,
right?
Yeah.
Cyphers. I mean, you got one of the best punters in the league. So,
what do you think about that, though? What do you think about Lambeau being there?
You know what? I give it to Lambeau. He's a good kicker. Obviously, he won a game already for us, so he's definitely out there. He's 29. You know what? I'm a Cowboy fan.
Oh,
I have to say it. But I mean, hey, Chargers, if you want to bring me, hey, of course. No, but he's a great kicker, though. I mean, he has great technique.
He's listening, by the way.
Oh, good to know. But no, he's definitely a great kicker. But Cyphers, to me, is one of the best punters out there. He's just so consistent, and he's going to boom the ball. And that's another thing, though. A lot of people don't think punters matter. And
yeah, they do, man.
Field position is everything in football, So whether it's an inside the 20 kick or a 60, 70 yards that he's booming, it's definitely helping the Chargers out.
Exactly. Well, yeah, I find that, a lot of the schools, the smaller schools, would like to have the guy do all three.
Right.
The bigger schools, they might have a different punter instead of the guy do all three of them.
Well, I think for the smaller schools too, they only have about 1-2 kickers. Mm-hmm. I know when I was at WT, we have sometimes up to 7 kickers. Wow! So it was. I mean, at A&M when I went, it was when I checked it out, I think it was 4 kickers. Wow! And then a lot of walk-ons that go in. But at WT, we had about 6 kickers and a couple in scholarships, and there was walk-ons. So there's always going to be that pressure. Yeah. Whether it's internal pressure or outside pressure, you're always going to be out there competing with somebody. And, a lot of people like that pressure, and they got to succeed on that. That's right.
So what was your longest one in college?
In college, it was about I didn't pass over like 49. We didn't have a lot of out there. And, obviously in arena, you only have a 65-yard field, so and you have no punt, so you got to make it. So it's return on you. That's right. You got to know how to tackle. You got to know how to tackle. That's another thing that kickers don't think you're gonna get hit. You're gonna get hit.
Yeah, I'm jealous of you guys because every time I see kickers, you guys are just chilling and kicking.
Don't be jealous of
leaving practice early.
That's a myth though, because you go to the next level and you're the first one out there for early outs, and in order to use a goalpost, you got to stay after practice. So you're the first one and the last one to leave. So it's a myth that we don't do anything, but unfortunately, sometimes
you miss one in the game.
That's right. People don't talk to you for a whole week. You're like, really?
We did. No, the honor kids like the only thing you have to do. The only thing you have to do is kick the ball. You missing the ball. We used to be on our kicker.
That sucks though.
That's like you don't talk to the poor kid the whole game.
The whole week.
The whole game. Get out of here. And then you want him to win a game.
People love you.
It
comes with the territory. Yeah.
Kicker. What's up, kicker?
Yeah, they never call you by your name. It's just a kicker, But hey, you got to win the game to get that respect.
Yeah, that's definitely.
That's right, huh?
So, with your kicking school, do you guys do kicking camps in the summertime?
We're gonna start to. Like I said, right now I'm kind of focusing on myself. Making it to the league. I'm giving myself another year. But I do help out a lot of kickers out. And eventually I want to do a kicking camp where, kids can learn exactly the proper steps. And if they want to follow through, obviously we'll be there to help them out. So we'll be looking forward to that.
How do they get in touch with you? Like, what's the best way? Do you have a website?
We have a website you can contact. You can go to southbaykicking.com, and all our info is there. Or you can just contact me directly at 619-808-6242. You can shoot us an email too at southbaykicking@gmail.com. Or you can check us on stayactivesd.com.
You got a Facebook page and everything?
We do. Yeah, Facebook's through Southbay Kicking.
Okay. All right. So anybody can come, say like me. I want to learn how to kick.
Anybody that wants to learn how to kick, you're more than welcome out there.
Just so I can show off my high school kids.
Dude, let us know.
Hey,
we know.
But when we go scout team kick, I am the kicker. I am the kicker on scout team kick. And the quarterback. On scout team kick. So now I just need to learn how to make it because they block it every time.
Hey, we'll help you out, man. We'll help you out. We're out there for a reason.
Hey, I was watching some film yesterday. The team were playing, and they did a drop kick. did a drop kick. I hadn't never seen that in the high school.
Doug
game.
Flutie was big on that drop kicks.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, Flutie. Yeah.
Well, nowadays a lot of rugby players are playing football now because there's a lot of scholarships once again for punters. So rugby's a big thing on drop kicking, and I mean you can get 3 points out of drop kick.
Yeah.
You know, so it's pretty awesome to see. Not a lot of people know how to do, but
I get dropped.
Yeah, you used
I get field goal kick.
right. He did
I can drop it.
He did it.
Man.
It's a lot harder, but as long as it goes in,
It's in the air. That's all I care about.
yeah. No.
So I noticed a lot of quarterbacks kick. You know, like the kid I was telling, Brandon Steed.
Yeah.
He's a quarterback for Bethel, but he's also their punter. You know,
That's a lot of risk right there.
Yeah, I know, huh?
But if you can punt, hey,
Yeah.
go
In
out.
high school, they do it because if you got your quarterback back there, you don't want to drop your return man so deep where they can just run a pass play on you and get a first down.
Yeah.
Right.
So if they bring that guy up, then the guy's just going to rugby kick it towards the sideline.
Yeah, spread punt.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about anyone returning it. I know a lot of teams are a little shaky on punt coverage.
Yeah.
I know we are.
Yeah, a lot of schools are
A lot of schools like that.
Even when you have 2.
Yeah.
Then you get the guys like Christian who will outkick their coverage.
That's right. That's what we want.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what we want. That's our goal.
Holy cow. Then the directional kicks. I mean, we're going to have to sit down and talk about directional.
Well, that's the best way to go to college. That's the best way to get a scholarship as a punter.
Yeah.
If you can directional punt,
Mm-hmm.
man, you're guaranteed.
Yeah,
Punting and long snap.
those coffin kicks, man. They're getting me back. It's just amazing to see it hit the ground. You not knowing where it's going, but
You know it's going to be inside the 20.
exactly.
You know it's going to be inside the 20.
And it's just crazy how the ball hits and it just literally just like works its way to the sideline. And you have this huge end zone and it just works its way out of bounds, with inside the 20. It's just like amazing.
Yeah.
I saw Luis kick a perfect spiral
What?
on a punt. And when he came over, that first time he came over, I was like, holy. The quarterback can't even throw a perfect spiral. This guy's kicking one.
It's all technique.
All technique.
It's all technique.
What about some of the guys who, because I see some of the guys like the way they hold the ball. Sometimes, when they're punting,
You got to get I mean, the biggest thing for me is you kind of hold the ball like a handshake. You hold it a little tilted. You don't shake your hand all the way straight. You tilt your hand, and it's always laces up. And you kind of tilt the ball a little bit to hit that sweet spot. So that's something that it's key for kickers. The proper drop is when it's going to drive the ball to go one perfect spiral and a long way away.
But some our punter though, and it amazed me, and I'm not a kicker. He holds the ball like this down, but kind of.
See, that's an inside the 20 punt. So whenever you're in the 50, it's kind of like an Aussie punt, and that's something like I was just at the Major League Football tryouts, right? And that was one of the biggest things I wanted to see, an inside the 20 punt. So the ball just goes up. It needs to stay up at least 4.5 to 5 seconds and land inside the 20. And you're guaranteed because the ball is going to spiral more like a field goal spiral rather than a punt, and it's just going to bounce back to you. So that's the whole goal. It's an inside the 20 punt. Yeah. So you hold it up rather than sideways. It's tricky.
I never corrected it. I just, how I was like, that looks weird.
A lot of Aussie punters do it.
Because when he punts, that's how he punts. He punts just like that. He holds the ball down.
He does that for every punt.
And he works. And it works. Well, I mean, we punt,
Yeah, because I noticed that when he's backed up, he just kicks it.
He just kicks it.
Yeah, it's a spiral. The other ones are rugby.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Luis, man, we want to thank you for coming, man.
Hey, can you give us information out again?
Go ahead, Luis.
Well, first, thanks for having me. You can check us out on SouthbayKicking.com or check us out on Facebook under Southbay Kicking or contact me directly at 619-808-6242.
Luis Villagomez, Southbay Kicking School. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for having me.